Welcome, creative adventurers. I'm DKohn with DKohn Designs. Thank you for stopping by today. In today's video, I'm going to show you a roundup of things I've been working on and things I've recently finished. Please stay tuned until the end. I want to give you some information about a class I'm teaching and also get your input on a quilt along I'm planning in the near future. First, on the screen, I've put up pictures of a couple of zipper bags I've made. I've been on a zipper bag frenzy in the last few months, and I made several more for gifts recently. I think they turned out great. It was a good opportunity for me to practice some quilting as well. Speaking of zipper bags, I wanted to show you my adventure with vinyl. So this is a zipper bag I've made. It was just a leftover mini charm pack that I had. I sewed it using vinyl on one side. I made it using a combination of tutorials. One was the zipper bag itself from Sherry McConnell of quiltinglife.com, and the other was from Fat Quarter Shop, a tutorial they did recently. I'll leave a link to both of those YouTube videos in the video description. What I did was I combined them, and I thought, well, I know I need the fabric strip along the top for the zipper to give it strength, no problem. I thought I don't need a fabric strip along the side or the bottom for my vinyl, I'll just sew it into the seams. I made the whole thing, turned it right side out, and realized I had made a beginner mistake. You can see here the raw edges of the seams. So I made a mistake. Next time I will sew strips of fabric around because it will hide the raw edges of the seams. Now there's a couple things I could do. I could, if I had a serger, I could serge the seams closed, or I could turn it inside out again and zigzag stitch just the fabric seams of it and close it that way. Or I could stitch the sides and the bottoms down to the bag itself. I'm not going to do any of that. It's just practice. It was fun. I learned a lot. That's good enough for me. And now I know how to work with vinyl, at least a little bit. Next, I want to show you some placemats. Now, there's nothing special about the placemats themselves, just very simple. I want to encourage you to use placemats as an opportunity to practice your quilting. Something super simple like this, I just used the fabric itself as a guide and did cross-hatching. Here's another one of the placemats where again I used the fabric as a guide along with my zipper foot to do the quilting. Super simple and easy. And by the way, this blue fabric I found at Walmart. The backing for the placemats was a Fat Quarter bundle I found at Hobby Lobby. Not everything needs to be super high quality quilting cotton. Some projects you just don't need that for. Like many of you, I'm on a budget, so I look for opportunities where I can save a little bit of money here and there. If you haven't seen my recent video, Quilting on a Budget, Fabric, I encourage you to watch it. It gives you other tips and tricks and resources just like this. Another thing I made recently is a mixer cover for my KitchenAid mixer. This was a super simple project. It was a $2 pattern I found on the internet. I'll leave a link to the pattern in the video description below. It was super easy and I really enjoyed making it. The best part of this is the dimensions are the same for a regular sewing machine. This will actually fit both my brother's sewing machine and my KitchenAid mixer. 2 for 1. Another project I'm working on is the Charm Pack Challenge. This is based on a video tutorial by Kimberly Jolly of Fat Quarter Shop. The simple charm squares quilt where you make it like a disappearing 9 patch. This is just the first quadrant of the quilt. I'll be cutting it into 4 pieces and then you rotate 2 of the quadrants and that makes it look like the disappearing 9 patch, only on a bigger scale. I'm very excited. It's super simple, fast, and easy. There is no written pattern from Fat Quarter Shop for it, so I'll leave a link to the video tutorial. Another project I've started is an Irish chain wall hanging. I've never made an Irish chain quilt before, so I thought I'd give it a try on a small scale. I'm using a combination of the Irish chain tutorial from Jenny Doan of Missouri Star Quilt Company and the video tutorial from Tiny Orchard. I'll leave a link to both of those videos in the video description. Instead of background fabric for the big center squares, I'm using this really cute owl print. For the chain themselves, I'm using this purple and teal. It's going to turn out great. I'm so excited. Again, this is a situation where I'm not using high quality quilting cotton. In fact, I found all 3 of these fabrics on the freebie table at my quilt guild. So I'm just going to stitch that up, try something out, and if I enjoy making an Irish chain, then I'll tackle it again with some wonderful 100% quilting cotton. Don't forget to check the freebie table at your quilt guild for some gems. You just never know what you might find. And that is also another tip from my latest video, Quilting on a Budget, about fabric. Next, I want to let you know that I'm teaching a class for the Phoenix Area Quilters Association, PACA, and it will be at a store in the Phoenix metro area in Arizona called 35th Avenue Sew and Vac. So if you're coming to the Phoenix area or you live in the Phoenix metro area, I hope you'll join us. You can find all the details on the PACA website. That's paqa.net. And if you're not a member, that's okay. Non-members are welcome too. We'd love to have you. The class is called Double Framed Fun, and behind me is the modern version of it. This is a quilt I've designed. It's based on the courthouse steps block, a traditional block. I'll pop up a picture on the screen of a more traditional one. In this case, it's an autumn quilt using a novelty jelly roll. This quilt will look good in almost anything. You could use it red, white, and blue for a birthday or any hobby, or any seasonal quilt is going to look great in this double framed fun quilt. The class is coming up on Saturday, March 11th at 9:30 a.m. One last thing before I go. I am planning a quilt along in late spring and early summer. I want it to be a stars quilt, but I want it to be a sampler. I know I want to include the soft tooth star for sure, because that's my favorite quilt block of all. But I'm not sure what other star blocks I should include. So could you let me know in the comments, what is your favorite star block that you think I should include in my sampler quilt? I'd really like your ideas. I'm having a hard time narrowing it down. If you could leave a comment below the video, that would really help me out. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and tell a friend. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on your notifications bell. That way you'll know the next time I post another video. Those are the best ways to help support my channel. Look for another video coming soon in my Quilting on a Budget series on patterns. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.